Okay, for the test, make sure you can add, subtract, and multiply matrices. So I'm going to add these two because they have the exact same dimensions. So it's going to be 0, 0, 0, 0. Because these all cancel each other out. I can subtract these two because they have the same dimensions. So 2 minus 2 is 0. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. This one's 0, this is negative 2, this is 0, this is negative 2. And then down here, I can multiply these because this is a 2 by 2 matrix and this is a 2 by 2 matrix. The inside dimensions are the same, so the resultant is going to be a 2 by 2 matrix. So I'm going to multiply the first row times the first column. So it's going to be negative 3 times 1 plus 4 times 2. So negative 3 plus 8 is 5. Then it's going to be the first row, second column. So negative 3 times 0 is 0 plus negative 12. So it's going to be negative 12. Then I'm going to do the second row, first column. So 5 plus 4 is 9. And then 2 times 0 plus, or 5 times 0 plus 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. And then let's see if we can multiply these two. So this is a 3 row by 2 columns times a 2 row times 2 columns. So we can multiply these two because the insides are the same. So the result is going to be a 3 by 2. So first I'm going to multiply the first row by this first column. So it's negative 1, or 1 times negative 1 plus 0 times 0. So that's negative 1. Then I'm going to do the first row times the second column. So that's going to be 1 times 0 plus 0 times negative 1. And then now I'm going to do the second row, first column. So it's going to be 1 plus 0, so that's 1. And then I'm going to do the second row, second column, so it's going to be 0 plus 5, which is 5. And the last two numbers, 0 times 0 plus, or 0 times negative 1 plus 3 times 0 is 0. 0 times 0 plus 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. So the answer is 3 rows by 2 columns. And then number 5 is 1 row by 2 columns times 2 rows times 1 column. So I can multiply these, and the answer is just going to be one matrix, so 1 by 1. It's going to be a number, just one number in there. So it's negative 3 times negative 3, which is 9, plus 25. So it's 24. Oops, 34. Okay. Then number 6 is you're multiplying a scalar. This is called a scalar. You're going to multiply each one of these by 0.5. So take half of each one of these. So it's going to be 1.5, 7, 3.5, and negative 2. Then translations. Use matrices to find the vertices of the image. So I know that, just like on our quiz, you guys, I know that you can shift this right 2 up, or right 3 up 2, but I want you to show us matrices. So this point is going to be negative 9, 3. So I'm going to write that the x goes on the top, the y goes on the bottom. This point is going to be negative 1, 2. And this point is going to be negative 6, negative 1. And I'm going to add that to the matrix. So the x is adding 3, so I'm going to do 3 right here. And then the y is adding 2, so I'm going to add 2 right here in the y spot. So now I can add these matrices because they're the exact same dimension. So it's going to be negative 6, 2, negative 3, 5, 4, 1. So if I had it be A, B, C. This would be, this is A, B, C. This would be A prime, B prime, C prime, and you would graph that. So you do want to graph the image when it's done, but I just want to save time here. Number 8, use matrices again to find the vertices of the image after performing a translation 3 units down and 5 units to the left. So down is Y, and this is going to be X. So again, I'm going to write these as a matrix: 9, 3, 3, 6, 3, 3, 6, negative 3, and add. Now my X is 5 units to the left, so I'm going to do negative 5 all the way across. There's going to be 4 of them. And my Y is 3 units down, so that's negative 3. And then I'm going to add these together. So it's going to be 4, negative 2, negative 2, 1, 0, 3, 0, negative 6. So this is R prime, S prime, T prime, U prime. And for time, you should really write these out. And that's it for translations. Write the translation using mapping notation. So mapping notation looks like this: X, Y, arrow. Now, what's going on from the X? So you start at Q and go to Q prime. So to go from Q to Q prime, it looks like you're going back 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So it's going to be X minus 4 because you're going to the left, and you're going up 1, so it's Y plus 1. So make sure you use that mapping notation. Okay, and then reflections using matrices. So first plot the point 0, 0, 0, 0. Let's see, I gotta draw my coordinate axis here. First I'm going to plot 0, 0. Call that A. Negative 3, 1. Call that B. And then 5, 2. That's C. Not very neat. Okay, so A, B, C. So if you're going to reflect over Y equals X, go to your sheet of reflecting over the Y equals X. And it's this matrix right here, 0, 1, 1, 0. So you're going to put that on the left-hand side, and you're going to put your original matrix on the right-hand side. And now you're going to multiply these two matrices, so I'm going to multiply those. So this times this, 0 times 0 plus 1 times 0 is 0. I'm going to write the answer in here. Okay, so I did the matrix multiplication. So this is going to be my A prime, B prime, C prime. So A prime, and then B prime is right here, B prime, and C prime is 2, 5. So here's my triangle. And just for reference, here's the line Y equals X, so you can tell it's pretty good. So make sure that you label your A prime, B prime, C prime. And over here, this time we're going to reflect it across the Y-axis. So again, you got A, B, C, and you're going to graph it. You go to your matrix sheet, and it says Y-axis is this matrix. You put this on the left-hand side. Negative 1, 0, 0, 1. And you rewrite your original matrix. Negative 1, 0, 5. Negative 1, 5, 0. And I'm going to do the matrix multiplication on that. So it's 1, 0, 5, or negative 5, negative 1, 5, 0. So this is your A prime, B prime, C prime. And you can look at the key online. Make sure you're graphing it correctly. Always put the matrix on the left-hand side. Okay, then the x-axis. So, again, you just look at your x-axis, which is the matrix 1, 0, 0, negative 1, and you're going to multiply it by this matrix. Put that on the right hand side. So this is going to be your A, B, C. It's going to be your A prime, B prime, C prime. Okay, so I wrote down my answer. This was my answer. This was my A prime. This was B prime, and this is C prime. And I would graph it and then show my primes, show the original, the pre-image, and the ending, which is the image. Okay, so then now what if you have to rotate it? So you go to 90 degrees, your sheet that says 90 degrees, you have this 1, 0, negative 1, 1, 0, times 0, negative 3, 5, 0, 1, 2. So I'm going to slow down and multiply these slowly because I think that's what people are having a problem with. So you take your first row in your first column and you multiply. You do 0 times 0 plus negative 1 times 0, and you put that in this spot. Next spot, first row, second column is going to go right here. You do 0 times negative 3, which is 0, plus negative 1, which is negative 1. Third spot, first row, third column. So you do 0 times 5 plus negative 1 times 2. So it's negative 2. Okay, now next one. Second row, first column. 1 times 0 plus 0 times 0. So that's going to be 0. Next spot, 1 times negative 3 plus 0 times 1 is negative 3. And then the last one, 1 times 0, so 1 times 5, 1 times 5 plus 0 times 2 is 5. So this is going to be you're going to graph this, and this is your A prime, B prime, C prime. So just slow down on the rotations. I feel like this is just over and over again whether or not you can multiply. And then again, 180 degrees, just see the key. So you got to write 180 degrees. 1 is negative 1, 0, 0, negative 1. And you're going to multiply this on the right hand side. So see my key about that. Same with 270. See the key again, because it's just testing whether or not you can multiply. Alright, then 16, a different type of problem. Name the image of X. So what happens to X for a 240 degrees counterclockwise rotation about the center of the regular hexagon? So counterclockwise. So if you're doing in the center and you're starting at X, this is a hexagon. So each one of these is 60 degrees. Or 60, I just wrote 30, but each one of these is 60 degrees. So if this is 120, this would be 180, and then go again, G would be at 240. Okay, then next question, what is the image if 1, negative 6 is going 90 degrees counterclockwise about the origin? So let's draw a little rough sketch here. So negative 1, 6 is right here. Now, and it's going counterclockwise, so it's going down this way. So remember, a rotation has to be, it's going to make a 90 degree angle, and it's going to be equal distant. So this point over here is negative 6, negative 1. And that's it.